So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to do the 4 basic knots of friendship bracelets. So within any pattern, there are only 4 different knots that will be used in a pattern, and I'll be showing you how to do them all. So the basic one is called a forwards knot, but you also can take it, instead of forwards, it's the letter 4 knot, because one of the tricks is to create the number 4. And that is the easiest way to describe how to make a knot for the forward knot. Is you take your leftmost thread and the one next to it, and you take the farthest thread, cross it over your second thread to create a 4. Then you're going to take your thread and go underneath, up through the middle of our 4. And you always want to keep that second thread just held straight down, as tight as you can. Then you're going to drag up, letting go of your 4, and pull up on your knot. Now, the one rule with knotting for bracelets is that you always double. So we've just worked one forwards knot, so now we're going to work a second forwards knot. So we're going to take our leftmost yarn and cross it over our second, making a 4. And through this whole process, we're just holding our second yarn straight down as tight as we can. So once you've made your 4, then you're going to go underneath your second strand and up through the center of your 4. And then you're going to drop the 4 and pull up and tighten. And you'll find that when you work these, you do have to knot them pretty tight in order to keep a consistent pattern within your bracelet. So you just remember to make a 4, go around and up through the 4, and then pull it up to make your knot, and do it twice. You always knot twice. So then another knot that is used is called the backwards knot. So basically, you do exactly the same thing, but you make a backwards 4. So you take your right strand over your second left strand, and you make a backwards 4. Then you go around your second strand and up through the middle of your 4, holding that second strand tight, and then you pull up to create your knot. And remember, we always double, so we're going to create another backwards 4, come up through the middle, and pull up and pull tight. So those are the basics, is a forwards knot and a backwards knot. Then there are specialty knots. So when you do a backwards knot or a forwards knot, you are swapping the position of where your threads were in the first place. A backwards forwards knot or forwards backwards knot is keeping the color strands exactly where they were before the knot, so they do not switch places. So we're going to start with a forwards backwards knot. So you take your leftmost strand and you do a forward knot. So you cross it over your second strand and you create a 4. You come around and you create your knot, holding the second strand and pulling up with the first. Then, instead of going and making our second forwards knot, we're making a backwards knot. So this is where the forwards backwards come in. So we're going to make a backwards 4 with our main string. So we're going to wrap it around and come up through our 4, holding our second strand tight, and pull up our knot. So now our threads are sitting exactly how they started. They did not switch places, and that is what a forwards-backwards knot does. So then a backwards-forwards knot is exactly the same thing except reversed. So you take your rightmost strand and you create a backwards 4 over your second strand. Wrap it underneath and up through the middle of your 4, holding that second strand tight, and pull up to create your knot. So now we've just made our backwards. So now we want to do our forwards of our backwards forwards. So we're going to create a forward knot with our main color. Go around and up through the middle of our 4 and pull tight. So now again, our threads have not changed position because of our backwards forwards knot. Now these may sound difficult, but you can just rewatch this over again. It also is easiest to learn when working a pattern, but these are the basics of stitches to use during bracelet making. So if you guys found this informative and this helped you out, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below any suggestions or helpful tips that you use while making bracelets. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.